Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Man, it is cold outside. It ain't no joke. Y'all, please wrap up. It is cold. My thing says it's negative 13. I don't know if you guys could see that. Negative 13. Uh, and that's before the wind chill here in the Midwest. It's a frozen tundra. Hey, listen, let's talk for a minute. I'm going to talk about the market for a minute, and then I'm going to go into my inspirational. Listen, my inspirational is just going to be on keeping your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. Now, the markets will be closed tomorrow, which is Dr. Martin Luther King's Day. All right, Dr. Martin Luther King Day. I always put an S on something, man. We know, especially us Midwesterners, us Chicagoans, man, we put an S on everything. All right, but let's get back to what's really going on. We got inflation. We had PPI. We had CPI. We had them both come out, and it shows that inflation still is cooling, but not at the rate that they expected it to. So now, what is that going to do for the stock market, Larry? Is the Fed still going to cut interest rates? Well, there may be a pause on the first interest rate cut, or should I say a pushback. It may not come in March, right? If we continue to get the rate of decrease of inflation, if it slows down, then it may not be in March. It may be the next Fed meeting after March, okay? So that's one of the fears that's going on right now. The percentage of the Fed lowering the interest rate by March is decreasing, and the amount of rate decreases is decreasing, all right? So that's what's going on right now. The market is a little skittish. Of course, this has been a very bad start to a year, somewhat similar to 2022, right? 22 was a horrible year. It was a horrible start for the stock market. And you guys know it was a painful and slow bleed down, right? And then, of course, in crypto, we had the spot ETF. And just like we thought, it run up and then sell off. But I believe that this week coming up after Monday, starting Tuesday, I believe when all of the hoopla of the spot ETF is over, when Gary Gensler get off of his I Hate Crypto tour, you're going to hear more about that this week, promise. When all of that just kind of wear down, there's going to be a lot of videos because there's a lot of education needed in the crypto space, okay? So you're going to see a lot of commercials, okay? And you're going to see a lot of information, Fidelity, all of these type of companies that offer crypto, Grayscale. You're going to see a lot of information because they want that big money to come in. I want the big money to come in, but I don't want the over-regulation. So you're gonna start hearing a lot of FUD and a lot of negativity coming out also with crypto, right? So those are the things that is happening with the stock market and with crypto. So the stock market, I believe it's going to be another lackluster week. I think crypto will kind of just flatten out and trade sideways. Though on weekends, it tend to, I was expecting it to kind of flatten out and start to come back. Usually on Saturday, between Saturday nights and Sunday nights, it does this little bounce back after a sell-off, or if it runs up, it cools off. It kind of does the opposite on weekends, right? So sorry, good people, I just cut this car back on. So this is what I want to talk to you guys about. I didn't use it for the thumbnail because I didn't want it to be clickbait. I just want to talk about how we consume in time, right? So you gotta be under a rock. You literally have to live under the rock if you don't know about the Shannon Sharpe or Cat Williams video by now. I refuse to cover it because I see exactly what's going on. Now, I'm not gonna hate on it at all. I'm not going to hate on it because there's more in life than just money. And I hear that the video was about 3 hours long. Now, I got a notification when it was live. I watched a part of it when it was live. How much? About 20 minutes, because that's all you getting out of me. About 20 minutes I watched. And I was like, yeah, I'll watch it later. And so far, I've just seen snippets of the rest. So I've probably watched a half an hour of it. What I will say is there's balance. Now, I'm not going to say you shouldn't be watching that garbage because let's keep it real. Everybody likes to be entertained. So I'm not going to be one of the YouTubers that say, hey, you shouldn't watch that garbage. All I'm going to say is that when you go on the internet, especially on YouTube, I see like hundreds of people that just posting what they saw, and they're getting hundreds and millions of views, hundreds of thousands and millions of views. And I'm just going to say this. If you're spending all of your time, and I'm not getting on your case for watching it, right? But if you're spending all of your time consuming this, then that's what the algorithm is going to send you. And then before you know it, if you watch the entire video for 3 hours, before you know it, you've spent 8 hours consumed with a couple of millionaires. 8 hours. Who's costing you money? You're not getting a dime. You're not going to make a dime. So the reason I said that, and I don't want to come off like, oh, I'm jealous they're getting this. No, I watched some of it too. It's entertaining, right? I've met half of the people that was on his list, okay? I actually was at one of the Kings of Comedies when they were filmed it at the United Center. I was there, okay? So I'm just gonna be full out, straight out with you. But if you have spent 8 hours, and your phone will tell you how much time you consuming on that, and haven't spent any time on your finances, it's a sad situation. And unfortunately, the people that have the less spend the most time consuming. We are a nation of consumers. We consume. Now is the time to be creating, because I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like something is going on. And I don't know. You know, my grandma used to say, my spirit is vexed. My spirit is vexed. And I understand that, because I'll be honest with you, my spirit is vexed. Like, there is something going on, not with just the United States, but with all of the fighting that's going on, the wars and all of that. There's just something in the air, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It just ain't right. So what I'm going to tell you guys is keep your eye on the prize. God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of strong mind, okay? Power and of strong mind. And so my faith is in God and not in man. So I don't live in fear, but I am not sleep. And just remember this, just like on the video that I posted, your life is cut up into 3 8-hour segments, right? Not everybody, but this is how society is cut up. You're supposed to work 8 hours. You're supposed to sleep 8 hours. Most people don't get 8 hours of sleep. I sure don't. And most people work more than 8 hours for those of us that are workaholics, okay? I get that. But then you have 8 hours to do whatever you want to do. Now, if you spend that other 8 hours and that's all you've been doing is consuming garbage, I want you guys to be honest and look at what you spend your time on. For those of you that really want to look at charting, and you spent 0 time this week in charting, then there you have it. For those of you that want to, learn about setting up a Roth IRA, or just learn about the overall stock market or the crypto market, and you've given it 0 time, for those of you that are trying to get your business and optimize it and get out of the hole and get out of debt pay off your credit card debt, increase how much money you have for emergency savings, and you've given that zero with your 8 hours that you have to do whatever you want to do, then your eye is not on the prize. And these things serve as just distractions. Okay. So I'm going to touch on that Shannon Sharpe, Cat Williams video a little later. But today being Sunday, I just want you to keep your eye on the prize. All right. Listen, keep your immune systems up. That's another thing that we're going to talk about. Keep your immune systems up. Keep your eye on the prize. Make sure you're financially ready for anything that happens. And I do mean anything, okay? And don't get distracted and watch what you're spending time on. Start tomorrow, Martin Luther King's Day. Start tomorrow with taking notice of what you're spending time on. Now, what I'm doing is in my phone, those of us that have these smartphones, set an alarm. Say, hey, from this time to this time, and put it in your schedule. From this time to this time, I should be studying. From this time to this time, I should be drinking water. I have to put that on my calendar because I don't drink enough water. Like, boom, my alarm goes off. Time to drink a bottle of water. And that may sound just like something little, but it's important. The things that we want to change. Let's change what we consume. Let's change being consumers, and let's start to become creators. And here we teach you how to create what? Generational wealth, like my $5 a day, that type of deal. Listen, keep your eye on the prize. These are distractions, okay? It's just like we consume food that tastes good to us, but are no good for us. Your eye's not on the prize. So let's keep our eye on the prize. It's okay to watch this stuff. So I'm not going to say, hey, don't watch any of this, okay? It's okay to be entertained, right? But what are you doing in the area of study? What are you doing in the area of your finances, your wealth, your health, your spiritual walk? Are you reading your Bible? Are you eating right? This is still, listen, Friday of 2 days ago was the day that most people give up their New Year's resolution. Okay. But you and I are going to continue. Mind, body, and soul. We want them all to be healthy and wealthy. Okay. So I'm going to leave it right there. Keep your eye on the prize. Remember that 8-hour rule. Your day is 24 hours in a day. Eat 8 hours. Work 8 hours, sleep 8 hours, and then that other 8 hours is yours to do whatever you want to do. Don't squander it away. Before you know it, your 8 hours gone, for the month is gone, for the year is gone, 10 years is gone, 30 years gone, and you never ever did anything with your 8 hours. Don't squander them away with just watching videos, even if they're entertaining, all right? I'm going to leave it right there, good people. You guys know about Stock Up You. I'm going to say this. For those of you that are geared for crypto, man, I have what I think is a great crypto chapter in the class. Now, for everybody that has the class, please, I don't care how much you think you know about crypto or how much you know about crypto. Even if you hear things that you already know, I want you to watch every episode, every lesson in the entire crypto chapter. Then I want you to go back over the next 2 months and I want you to study the charting. For those of you that do no charting, I want you to study. Stocks with Josh gives you a great study or great layout on what is charting, technical analysis, how to see support and resistance. When do you see a buy signal? When you see a sell signal? All of that is in the charting class. Okay, so I want you to put those two together so we can win. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Live, love, laugh, and learn. Remember, the market is not open. It's Martin Luther King Day. All right. Later.